Hello and welcome to the first half of my League of Legends roundup for April 10th. I'm going to do the two series in two separate videos, giving the LEC finals. For Spring Split, it's due in its own video, which I guess in turn will give the LCS match its own video as well, which is much, much less important. I don't even know how to. It's not nearly as important as this series here. Obviously, G2 3-0'd Rogue, as you see here. I said yesterday, if Rogue did not win Game 1, this would get ugly, and it did. It honestly, looking at this series, and how it went, very reminiscent of yesterday. The third game being close, and the first two games being blowouts by G2. I have to say this, before the playoffs started, I thought to myself, I have G2. I don't know if I had them third or fourth in my playoff power rankings, but I really criticized Caps because all split long, I felt like he was pretty irrelevant in most games. But down this stretch, and especially this weekend, he was hard carrying for them, and he hard carried again today. He showed up in the playoffs when it mattered, but, hopefully he continues that for MSI. That's kind of why, they got, they got overlooked going into playoffs, and everyone was like Fnatic and Rogue. I myself was as well. Rogue was really, really good in the regular season, and Fnatic were hot at the end, and G2 were just kind of, plodding along. And the key players like Caps were not doing much. But come playoff time, they came through. So, Game 1, G2 would start the game off by going mid lane at 3 minutes, similar to yesterday, Yanko's early game ganks. Rogue would respond by going top lane for an exchange of kills. Rogue would then get a pick. G2 offset that, taking an Ocean on the other side of the Rift. So at 15 minutes, the game's tied 2-2. Gold's close. Rogue then go top. At 17 minutes, there's a skirmish in the river, 2-2. Caps with a double. This would put Caps ahead of Larson and let him go ham in Game 1 on the Ahri. G2 take a cloud. They get another pick. By 21 minutes, the score is still 5-5 in kills, so tie score in kills. G2 up 2.5k gold. Caps 4-0-1. 24 minutes. G2 go to Mountain Soul Point winning a fight 2-0. We have a slow. The game slows down. We only have fights around the Drakes for the next few minutes. 29 minutes, G2 take the Mountain Soul in a fight that goes 5-3, Caps with a triple, Male Ring with a double. 31 minutes, Rogue take the Baron, Yanko Soul killing Trimby in the top lane would allow G2 to get Prio over the Baron and take it. That gives them a 5.5k gold lead. They end with the Baron through bot, 3-0, Flacked with a double. Game 2, 5 minutes, G2 get a pick. That leads to an Infernal. Rogue responded by going mid. G2 get a 2v2 kill on bot, which leads to a Hextech Drake. So at 15 minutes, G2 are up 2-1 in kills. Not nearly as, both games. Not a lot of action in the first 15 minutes kill-wise compared to yesterday's games. Slow games. Rogue have a slight gold lead at 15 minutes despite being down a kill. G2 then go top at 16 minutes. At 20 minutes, G2 go to Mountain Soul Point after getting a pick. Rogue then take a Baron. They sneak it. 2 minutes later, G2 punishes them for doing so, 3-1, so the gold is tied. They weren't able to do anything with that Baron, obviously, because they only had 2 players with it. G2 now up 7-2 in kills, Yankos 1-1 and 5. 26 minutes, G2 won a big fight, 5-1, Caps with an extended quadra kill for a Mountain Soul. Secured the Mountain Soul. Caps was the MVP. He secured the Mountain Soul in Game 2. Game 1, he carried. 29 minutes, there's a fight in the river, 3-1. Caps with a double. That was in front of Baron, so no one takes the Baron after that fight. There's a reset. And then G2 finally take it the second try. 5k gold lead. They're up 15-4 now. Caps at that point was 6-0-6. Actually, I think that's wrong. I don't think it was 6-0-6. I think it was 6-1-6 because I'm pretty sure he died in the early game when Rogue went mid at 10 minutes. So 31 minutes, Caps has 12 out of 15 kill participation on the Corki. Absolutely dominant. Then they end at 32 minutes, 2-0. Game 3, a lot closer, as you see here, and a longer game also. Rogue would really go after bot lane hard in the early game. and they actually got out to a really big lead as a result. They went by at 2 minutes. Then they invaded the jungle, won a fight 3-1 at 3 minutes, and G2 would respond at 4 minutes when Rogue went bot lane a second time. G2 winning the fight 2-1. Jankos with a double, outplaying the dive. Rogue would then take a cloud, go mid lane. G2 would go top lane. Laning phase would slow down, and at 13 minutes, Broken Blade would solo kill Otoamne. There's a skirmish in top at 14 minutes. It goes 2-2. So at 15 minutes, Rogue are up 8-7, which is more kills. Rogue and G2 individually have. G2 have. I was trying to do a lot of quick math, and I'm realizing. So Rogue are up 8-7 at 15 minutes in Game 3. The total amount of kills in Game 1 and Game 2 at 15 minutes were 7. So Rogue already have more kills themselves than both teams had in Game 1 and Game 2 combined. They have a 3.5k gold lead, and Malring is 3-2-4 on the J4. Malring making things happen on the Jarvan. Caps would solo kill Larson at 16 minutes. A minute later, Caps gets a triple kill in an extended team fight in the jungle that goes 4-3 for G2. That secures a Hextech Drake, and that's where the game just would go to G2 and they wouldn't look back. 4 minutes, they win a fight 3-1. Targamas with a triple kill on Pyke to get the Baron. That ties gold. Rogue getting Infernal opposite side of the rift as G2 take the Baron. With the Baron, G2 win a fight in mid 4-0. Broken Blade and Caps with doubles. This puts G2 up 19-12 and 4k gold after the power play. So the gold was close when the power play started. After it's over, they're up 4k. Caps is 8-3-5 on the Ahri. 26 minutes, G2 get a kill in bot. They reset. They take an Infernal. 31 minutes, G2 get a pick. They take their second Baron of the game. That puts them up 7k. Rogue would be able to stop them in top lane 1-1 at 33 minutes, forcing another reset. In doing so, G2 went to Infernal Soul Point. 36 minutes, G2 get a pick in top. They kind of back off. Take another Baron, so their third Baron of the game. 7.5k gold, so the game had kind of stalled out by now. G2 were just struggling to end the game. And they finally just brute force it. At 38 minutes, a fight goes 2-2, and they just keep pushing and pushing until the Nexus is exposed and they end. Final score 26-15. Like I said, Caps is MVP. He was extremely dominant on the Ahri. He played great on the Corki in Game 2. All 5 members showed up for G2. Flacked really only showed up. I guess Flacked was probably the weakest member, but he played weak side to an extreme in Game 3. Like, he was just, pounced on again and again in the early game to the point where he was, irrelevant for Game 3. Which is no fault of his own. That allowed Broken Blade to actually win lane on an Ornn against a Jace, which is incredible. Broken Blade played a great series. Jankos setting up Caps to get Caps leads was great. And then Caps, when he had the leads, played fabulous on the Ahri and Corki. Targamas pulling out the Pyke in Game 3. That triple kill to secure Baron. Really, the game had just turned tides, and that really, pushed it into the favor of G2, and they never looked back. G2 are they're going into MSI with a lot of heat right now. I don't really know, how much it's going to carry over to MSI. They're going to be confident, but, you're not going to play real games for a month. So, they really ran the table in the LEC in the playoffs. This was an incredible run, 12-0. I'm pretty shocked, honestly, that they're able to do that, especially with, Flacked, who comes from a smaller region. No one really knew who he was coming in, and he has, done his job. Targamas, kind of coming in here, overlooked multiple times after getting a shot before. And he pairs well with Flacked, and they get the job done. Broken Blade is finally able to perform the way he did on TSM and in the Turkish League, where he's on a team that's very good compared to the competition, and is able to showcase what he can do. This is just a great G2 lineup right now, and we'll see how they do in MSI in a month. Obviously, between now and then I will have another video where I preview MSI and go over G2, and I'll go over all the teams, I guess, for that matter. But nevertheless, stay tuned later tonight for my other video where I will cover the Evil Geniuses and FlyQuest Best of 5 as well. Comment below if you have an opinion on G2's run, how you think they're going to do at MSI. What do you think about Rogue and how they struggled today? And yeah, so like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content, and I hope you come back for more.